organizes various active Wow team organizes various activities under the series from How to Wow Transforming the Mind. And today's topic is Unapologetically You, the Leadership Advantage, which is also a mind blowing topic. About today's speaker, let me first introduce our MC who will continue ahead with the today's speaker and the topic. Our today's MC is Lakshmi Shankar with 29 years of IT leadership experience and PMP certified project management expertise. She has proven track record in IT consulting, leading large scale delivery programs and driving transformational outcomes for clients while driving strong client partnership and high performance teams. She has successfully led SAP programs recognized with the CEO's Award for Best Managed Project. Over to you, Lakshmi. And one more thing. As you are aware, PMI Mumbai chapter is coming up with this annual conclave called Manthan. If you are not yet registered, please, this is the right opportunity to register because it's a silver jubilee edition as the chapter is completing 25 years, and this will be the very great opportunity to meet industry experts, leaders, network, knowledge gain, and PDU. This is the QR code for the upcoming event. Please register now as prices are going to up again. Over to you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Aparna, and good evening to all of you. And we are sorry we started a few minutes late. I'll just share my screen, Suji. I'll just take a few minutes before we sort of get into the real presentation. So I'm just sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible. And can somebody please confirm?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. So as Aparna was saying, we are very excited about the Manthan PM Conclave. This is coming up on 21st of February. And I would encourage all of you to register for this conclave because this is going to be an exciting session with a lot of key speakers, keynote speakers, and the topic is going to be AI, agility, and sustainability. So it's on 21st February at the Lalit Mumbai, and we would love to see you over there. So coming to today's session, this is Unapologetically You, the leadership advantage. So we'll talk more about it, and I think Siji has a whole session on that, and we're all looking forward, excited to understand more on this topic. What we are going to do is we'll start with the introduction, and then we will move on to Siji's session, followed by Q&A and a note of thanks. So with respect to the introduction, of course, Aparna has already explained about WOW WEC. So here you can see that this is a South Asia initiative. And as part of WOW WEC Mumbai, we are running, WOW means Women of Wonders. So we are having these sessions and all this engagement to engage with women, to groom their skills on leadership and ensure that, we are bringing women up to speed. Of course, this session is not only for women, it is for all. The session is open for all, but key focus on women leadership. And here you can see all the members of the South Asia Women Leadership Team who are there with who have attended the previous conclave. So this is the WhatsApp link. If anybody is part of PMI Mumbai chapter, they can scan this to be a part of the WOW WC WhatsApp group to know more about this initiative.
Just to correct here, Lakshmi, this is South Asia WEC team, where we are a group of women volunteers from the South Asia chapters, not just Mumbai.
Okay. Thanks, Aparna. So Coming to our today's speaker, Ms. Siji Varghese, I would like to introduce Siji. Siji is a globally recognized leadership expert with over 28 years of experience on corporate leadership, coaching, facilitation, and keynote speaking. She is a four-time TEDx speaker with 120 plus global keynotes and has impacted 85,000 plus participants across the globe. Certified ROI methodology and emotional intelligence, ICF coaching, and NLP. So she creates a great learning experience that is practical and which is result driven. Uh, Siji has started this she owns this signature Leaders in Lipstick framework. And I think Siji will talk more about it, wherein this is more women centric leadership and people management. A Karamveer Chakra awardee and a G100 Kerala State Chair, Siji is known for turning authentic leadership into measurable impact. So with this, I think I hand over the platform to Siji. So over to you, Siji, and we look forward to a very interesting session.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi, and thank you so much, Aparna, as well. Thank you, Lakshmi, for this opportunity, and thank you, Aparna, as well. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. And as rightly said, it's unapologetically you. And my laptop says today, yes, it's unapologetically you. And I don't want to show your face today to the participants. So my camera is not getting on. Apologies for that. But nevertheless, I'm super, super excited to be with all of you. Thank you for making here on a Saturday evening. That's really beautiful. Welcome and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this special session presented by WOW and PMI Mumbai chapter. So, today we are diving into a powerful theme, unapologetically you, the leadership advantage. So now this session is all about embracing your authentic self as a leader and understanding how that authenticity can become your greatest strength. Now, in a world where leadership is often associated with titles, strategies, and metrics, we sometimes forget that the most impactful leaders are those who lead with clarity, confidence, and authenticity. So, why is this so important? Now, before we get there, I would just like to ask each one of you that we're going to keep this as interactive as possible. And I have the Slido as well as the chat box, which I want to keep it like, you would say bombing in a lot of with your chats. So because leadership today isn't just about doing more, it's about choosing better, building trust, and creating influence that lasts. So when you show up unapologetically as yourself, you unlock a unique advantage, the ability to inspire, connect, and lead with integrity. So, our goal in this session is to just help you to make your leadership truly unique, discover how authenticity, emotional intelligence, and presence build trust and influence, and also to learn practical tools to accelerate your growth. This is going to be an interactive experience, right? So, we will have breakout rooms, real time polls, and reflection exercises to make sure you walk away with insights that you can apply immediately. So let's get ready to step into this journey together and explore what it means to lead unapologetically you. So here we do. What's the top of my feeling right now? I want you to type it in the chat box with an apt emoji. Come on, search for that emoji in your chat box and let we bomb the chat boxes with as many chats there. I am super eager to see what's coming up. I love those amazing emojis, that celebration and a lot of love and a lot of hug. Ooh, lovely. So I'm going to give you a virtual chocolate for that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Someone just sent in a reaction as well. That's like super, super quick on to the chat box. Wow. I'm loving that. Thank you, Jagdish, Shraddha, Prashant, Pankaj, Dilnaz, everyone who has made it on the chat box. Cool. Lovely. So here we go. Now that you have told me what's your current state of mind, and I'm super excited here. I'm like a 5 on 5 feeling, super, super excited being with all of you. And I quickly want to check with everyone in this room What does being unapologetically mean to you? So here's this Slido's slide here. You have either you can scan through or you could use in the hashtag number 2684612. And I'm quickly looking at the active poll that's just started. What does unapologetically you mean to you? So that's a cute little word cloud, and I want to see what does this word mean to you? Yes, Yashasvi, do we scan? Yes, that's scanning. So Aparna, put it onto the, once you scan it, you can put it onto the poll. We could see it together onto the poll here in the Slido space. You can join at slido.com and put in the hashtag number, or you can also use the scan and just get into it. What does unapologetically mean to you? So I'm finding two of you have joined in. Amazing. So another 70 more to go. To being real, to dare, unique, me. Wow. I like that. To dare in, fearless, to dare. Authentic, awesome. So we have lovely, I have someone honest, very nice, confident myself, fearless. Wow. Wisely confident. Wow, that's a new term to me. Be true to yourself and all wisely confident. That's amazing. Be true to yourself and everyone. Awesome. Come on, girls and boys, get into the poll. Just another 15 seconds more, and we will move on. Being authentic just stands out too. Great, awesome. Being myself, not compromising on my values and ethics, embracing your own self, have no regrets, humane. Well, okay. Thank you so much for the response. And I don't want Lakshmi to give me those glare saying, Siji, you're going to take a lot of time. So I'm going to move into the next one. Thank you, girls and boys. Means a lot. Now that you've all put in, thank you once again. I can see some more of you have joined in. Being credible, self acceptance, awesome. Being present. Thank you. So what I'm going to do right now is going to ask you all to just quickly take your paper pencil and get into this small little activity. I just want you, because normally we do not get enough time to just sit through and just pause, reflect, and sometimes realign with a lot of things, because life changes, life happens while we are busy planning about it. So just pick up quickly a pen, a pencil, or a paper around you. I have a couple of activities for you which needs the pencil and paper. So if you can, make a nice little circle, as big a circle as much as your page is, and get it into 8 pizza slices, 8 pies out there. Okay. Now, each of these slices, if you can see, has something out there. So let me go ahead and tell you how to work on that. Okay, you have, once you've done the 8 spokes, the very first one is business and career. So the questions here, how do you do this particular one is, you have scores from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So whatever is your score is purely yours. So that's why it's called as the personal wheel of life. A quick question to everyone in this group. If you can see, this resembles like a wheel. What happens if a couple of spokes are not working? What happens to the wheel? You could just put it quickly onto the chat box. What happens to the wheel if the spokes are not aligned, or it's not functional fully? What happened to the spokes in the wheel? If it's not it's a bumpy road, it's dilly dala, it kind of goes off track. Lovely. Thank you. That's beautiful. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly, with each of the spoke, I'm going to ask you to reflect through certain things for yourself. Now, this is especially designed for you to just think through in different life domains. And why these eight? Because these eight are considered to be the most important ones that we need to look in. So the first one is a career work. A quick question to reflect on and then rate or rank yourself on this 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. With career and work, how fulfilled do I feel in my current role? Am I using my strength and passion at work? Do I feel recognized and valued for my contributions? So, wherever you are at this point in time, be candid, honest, and open to yourself, because we just need to see what's there for this. So once you finish in with career, we move to the second one, which is finance. Do I feel secure and confident about my financial situation? Am I balancing saving, spending, and investing wisely? What financial goals matters most to me right now? How do I work on my personal investments as well as my debts and loans? As soon as you finished with where your relationship with money is, I'm going to move into the health aspect of it. Some things for you to ask yourself before you rate yourself. Am I taking good care of my body through movement, nutrition, and rest? Do I feel energized most of the days or often drained? What do I typically do to keep my mental, emotional well being and my physical well being? Where do I rate myself with my health at the day? So while you rank yourself, let me move to family and friends. So am I giving enough quality time to my loved ones? Do my relationships feel supportive? Where do I need to set clearer boundaries? Am I able to invest regularly quality time with my family and friends? Do I have a 3 a.m. friend in my life, and am I a 3 a.m. friend in someone's life? So as you address with that, let me move into romance as well. Here's romance, what it says. How do I go ahead and rekindle and bring in the spark if I'm already in a relationship? What does that I do in my, when I have to really spend quality time with my loved one? How do I really explore the space with my partner, current or future? And personal development. Am I learning? Am I growing and challenging myself regularly? Do I invest time in developing new skills or hobbies? Uh, what do I have for myself that I work on? Work in progress, upgrade, upskill, update. Fun and recreation, the sixth, seventh one. Do I make time for joy, play, and hobbies outside of work? What activities recharge me and make me laugh? How often do I allow myself guilt free leisure? Much is contribution to society? How much of time do I invest in taking care of elders or contributing back to the society, paying it forward? So I'm sure everybody is rated, ranked yourself from 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So here's what is important for you to just reflect through. So how do you feel about your life as you look at your own wheel? Are there any surprises for you? And how do you currently spend time in these areas? And also, what of the category? So if you have a score which is 8, 9, and 10, that's perfect, which means you're very aligned and content with that space. If it is anything less than 7, it means you feel that that's an area of work. Okay, so that's a quick question for each one of you, and I'm just going to ask Aparna to put everybody into the breakout room for exactly 3 minutes, a quick one. And the breakout room question is, now that everyone has done your own personal wheel of life, Aparna, can you make it in groups of 3 or 4 where everyone can just, yeah?
So we'll have approximately, we'll make a group of 5 and we'll have 15 breakout rooms. Amol?
Yeah. So as Aparna is doing the breakout room, so quickly here, what would you share in the group is what's that one thing amongst all these 8 things that you want to change in, and what's the smallest step that you can take to get it started? So for example, for me, one thing that I really struggle with is my health. When I say health, that is, I am not consistent or disciplined with the way I work on myself, maybe exercise or eating right and resting well. So one thing that I could do to change or get it started is to making a small little change in the way I rest. So this is something that I just shared. So the rest of you can share in the breakout room. So over to you, Aparna, and we have the opening up of the breakout rooms. So there we go, girls and boys. Three, two, one. Join in. There's a pop-up on your screen. Join. 3 minutes, and Aparna, we will get them back. Okay, we see 39 participants outside the breakout room. Come on, you have this pop-up screen. Join in. Come on, girls. You 39 of you are still outside the breakout room. So you could either join in, or what I can do comfortable for the ones who are not joined in, use the chat box and just say something that you would like to change among those 8 spokes that we just spoke about. Aparna,
Yeah,
so if there are 30 seconds remaining, you would just put a broadcast message, 30 seconds more, and then everybody is back.
yeah.
Thank you.
Ahmad,
Yes,
Ahmad,
yes.
there are messages that they are not getting pop up for joining the room.
Okay, so the ones who are not getting the pop-up, what we are going to do, we'll just keep the chat box open for you so that in the interest of time. Would that be okay? Yeah.
That should be fine.
Yeah. So come on, let's get into the chat box.
So, participants who are not yet in any room, you can start putting your whatever you want to share your message here through chat window.
So ideally a pop-up box does come in. Even I got one, but because I was the one who was doing this program, so I did not join in that group. So not too sure. If you're joining in from your mobile, maybe it was not visible.
Yeah, please write, put
Thank you,
your
Sanjula.
messages in. Yeah,
Thank you, Sanjula. Health and personal development are the areas one are focus and topmost priority. Cool. Sanjula, I also want you to think key. What is that you could do as a small step to get started? Of course, we are just 15 days into the new year, but jokes apart, something that you could start right, it's in the smallest way. Contribution to society. Thank you, Rahul. Health and relationships. Yeah, Rani, I love that. Thank you. Okay, we call everyone back from the breakout room. And there we go. Social harmony. Sudhanshu, what does social harmony means? Is it contribution to the society or is it something else that you're looking at? Giving more time and quality time to friends and parents, giving more me time. Awesome, Rajesh. Thank you for sharing that. So, Sudhanshu, social harmony, you would need to just kind of enlighten me with what exactly you have that in your mind. So, are we all back after the?
No, there are just 30 seconds remaining to close the
Okay,
breakout.
cool. Thank you. So, hi Sudhanshu, if you're still there, I would just love to know what exactly would you mean by social harmony. How about just throwing some light on it? Being available and remaining supportive to people around and even not known to you. Interesting. Okay, welcome back. I hope everyone just got the opportunity to share with people, with your friends around. Which particular aspect of yours would you like to have changed from the eight spokes so that you have? So here's the statistics behind this. So people who are generally doing their audit check of the personal wheel of life once in every quarter, they tend to die with less number of regrets. Seriously, no jokes, because the moment you see what's going on well and what's something that you need to realign with, and you take note of that, so before it's too late, you're already working in the right space and your wheel is in going on in a right track in the right way without dilly dallying or getting stuck. So thank you. And on the reverse of this page, now you quickly go back into the reverse of the page and draw three horizontal lines. Now, this is an amazing activity as well. So just draw three horizontal lines. On the first line, write your name. On the second line, write the name of your loved one. And on the third line, write the relationship with your loved one. Okay, so there we go. And I'm sure, and what I'm going to ask you is like, if it's okay with you, you could share that in the chat box too. The name of your loved one and the relationship. It's going to be just a little fun to, it's so going to be very nice to hear those lovely names and the people that is there. So I'm going to look into the chat boxes as well. So name your loved one and the relationship with your loved one. So you could put it on the chat box for all of us to see and know the names of the people that it really means the most to you. Aparna Kulkarni, Vihan, son. Lovely. Yashvi, daughter. Savita, spouse. Delna's parents. Lovely. Kosar, my brother. Ganpati, dad. Wow. Rajesh, daughter. Name, okay. Hemant, Nisha, Ojasvi, daughter, lovely. I love those names. Ram, spouse, Kumud, spouse. Wow. Thank you for sharing it. And I quickly want to check with everyone how many of you, I see many of you put your parents' name, some of you put your children's name, some of you put your partner's name. I want to ask how many of you have written your own name? अच्छा मैं अपनी खुद की फेवरेट हूं ही नहीं डैम डेलिनाज इज लाइक डैम यार डैम gosh what did I do and I expect everyone else okay I don't love myself but dead somebody doesn't love me I want everyone to love me okay now this is a very important interesting part of our life though we may just laugh it out right now you know the air hostess is what they keep saying आपातकालीन समय पे in times of any accident or anything what do? Wear your own mask Why do they oxygen mask? Why do they say so? Yeah, why do they say so? Because if you can't save yourself, how can you save one another? Right? Yeah, absolutely, Shanaz. Take care of yourself. So, this is a very important element. And most of us, we keep ourselves on the lowest priority, and everything in our life works on the lowest priority because we have not been giving ourselves enough importance. Now, somebody will say, of course, from childhood, we have been asked to, or we've been conditioned to think for others, do for others, and keep yourself at the end. Now, here's what happens. I am not telling you to be selfish. I am just saying just have some self love. Now, what's the difference between selfish and self love? Selfish is someone who would say, I just think about myself. दूसरे सब गए भाड़ में. I don't care for the rest of them. But self love says, I love myself and I will take the others along with me. A happy mom, a happy child. A happy leader, a happy team. A happy wife or a happy husband is equal to happy home, right? So, unless and until we do not take and understand that we can't pour from an empty cup, so it's very essential self love, Shraddha lover. Okay. Thank you, Maurya. Okay, so that's it from my side basically for you to quickly think through and why if you are talking about being unapologetically you need to put yourself as one of the topmost priorities and not the lowermost in the ranks. So here is what we are going to do. We all remember this Archimedes. And Archimedes says, Eureka, Eureka, Eureka. And here's what we are going to do. We're going to just see some principles of Eureka that work so well in understanding today's topic and taking home something which is an aha moment for yourself. Now, the first E in the Eureka is eliminate your SLBs. Now, what's this SLB? Let me say that with a story. So, there was this farmer who had these three donkeys, and he was going to the market to sell these three donkeys. On the way, it was Nagpur, India, central India, very hot. On the way, he sees a nice little river, and he feels that he should have a dip before going ahead and sell the donkeys in the market. And he starts searching for ropes in his bag to tie the donkeys or to the tree. And unfortunately, he has only two ropes with him. And how many donkeys are there? There are three donkeys there, and only two ropes. He searches high and low around and here and there, but he does not find another rope. Now, there he finds a yogi Baba sitting in a trance meditation, and he goes ahead and asks Baba, do you have a rope that I can do to tie my donkey so that I can go and take a dip into the river? So he says, I don't have a rope, but I definitely have a way that you can tie this donkey. So he says, what's it? He says, nothing. Tie your first donkey, tie your second donkey, and act as if you're tying your third donkey. So this guy looks at him a little skeptically and he says, okay, maybe I could just try this out. And he goes ahead and ties the first donkey, ties the second donkey, and does the action of tying the third one. Very whimsically, he moves to the river to get a dip. And when he comes back, he is surprised that all the three donkeys are exactly in the place where he tied them. Now he goes ahead and unties the first donkey, unties the second donkey, and the third donkey, he kind of pats at the back and just says, let's go. A little while later, he observes that he just has two donkeys with him and the third donkey is nowhere around. Anybody in the group knows where the third donkey is? Anyone quickly onto the chat box before I go ahead with that? Oh, still tied. Absolutely. So then he rushes back to the space and he finds that the donkey is still there. And then he goes around and kicks the donkey, pulls the donkey, begs the donkey, pleads the donkey, pushes the donkey, does everything under the sun. But the Mr. Donkey would not move a bit. Now he's so frustrated, he goes back to the Yogi Baba and says, gosh, this guy does not move. What do I do? And the Yogi Baba, in his very peaceful manner, says, nothing, just untie him. And he's like, come on, you know. And I know. He says, yeah, you and I know that he's not tied, but the donkey does not know. Now, why do you think the donkey behaved like that? And to his surprise, you know what happened? The man goes ahead and does the action of untying the donkey, and to his surprise, the donkey started moving. So, question here is, what do you think stopped the donkey from moving in the first time? Chat box open. माइंडसेट एब्सोल्युटली दिलनाज माइंडसेट अरे वो गधा था अब अपने आप को भी पूछना चाहिए many a time that do I have these kinds of invisible ropes that is pulling me back from my best. And many a time you will be surprised to know what is that that's stopping you. Nobody. Yeah. The only one who stops you is yourself. So, the first thing to be unapologetically you is to start thinking about all those self limiting beliefs, which is not allowing you to go ahead in life but pulling you backwards. It's not allowing you to get into your next best version. And that is Eureka's you uncovering your best version, right? Now, incidentally, the word push has a very beautiful meaning. Persist until something happens. So, quick question, and I'm going to ask this. You can either put it on the chat box or feel free to go ahead and tell me this particular question here. What's that one small joy that you have experienced this week? Just go ahead, do the same thing. Join in at the slido.com and hashtag this number 2684612 or quickly get into your scan and we can work on that. Name one small joy that you experienced this one. Thank you, Umesh. Thank you, Suhasini. Thank you for the story for the donkey. Okay, I am just waiting to see the participants in the Slido. Okay, I see a couple of you joining in. Happy moment. Happy that I got PMP certified. Yay! That's celebration time. That's a big joy. That was not a small joy. That's a big joy. Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Time for myself. Lovely. Family outing. Enjoyed those family moments. Lovely. Ah, New Year and lots of good moments. Coastal Marine Life Walk. Wow. Happy to celebrate Sankranti with my family. Lovely. Stayed physically active and many other small events. Love. My NRI scan was normal. Oh, lovely. That God bless you for that. Booked the ticket for a solo trip. Lovely. Attending daughter's annual day. Got an offer of work. New plant addition to my garden. Ah, I'm loving this. Staying consistent. Awesome. Got my overseas consulting as oh, I just feel like celebrating. Everyone's got something so beautiful to celebrate. Wow. Rode a scooty on my own for the first time to visit my mom. I wow, that's so great. I have never been able to do that still. Lovely. This is amazing. And thank you so much for sharing in those small joys and the big joys of your life. Me time this week. Okay. Purchasing a smart TV for my new home for the first time ever. Lovely. Congratulations. Got multiple interview calls to attend. Lovely. Running my 10K tomorrow. Big festival Rangoli with colors. Thought I could not do it. That's amazing too. Um, thank you everyone for sharing. And here and I am just going to move ahead. Thank you so much. I'm just enjoying reading that all those amazing moments that we all have had. Congratulations. Okay. So that's about a very important thing that comes here is like when you're talking about uncovering your best version, something that we all love to do is do what we love to do, right? And that's basically understanding your ikigai, right? So asking yourself what I love to do, activities that bring me joy, what am I good at, maybe skills that I excel in, what the world needs, ways that I can contribute, and what can I be paid for too, roles or services valued financially. Okay, so I brought in this ikigai basically for you to ask that are you on a daily basis doing things that you love? And if you have rated your career on a 9, 8, 9, and 10, I'm sure your ikigai and the purpose is quite lovely and amazing. So Sheryl Sandberg asked this question: being confident and believing in your own self-worth is necessary to achieving your potential. So unapologetically you, yeah, that's it. So with that, with Sheryl Sandberg, I'm going to request everyone to look into the next bit of Eureka, the R, as a very powerful one, and which says everything starts from your thoughts. So, quick question, I'm going to have it in the chat box. How many thoughts do you think we process in a single day? You will have to give me a ballpark number, nothing like an unlimited, infinite, or uncountable can be taken into consideration. If you can put one particular number, what would that be? How many thoughts do you process in a single day? Million, 1 million. Umesh, that's quite a lot of thinking. Amazing. Yashasvi says 1,000. Okay. Aparna says 10K. You don't have to be sure though. We're just having some statistics rolling around. 1,000, 1 lakh, thousands. Lovely. Now, here's what the social scientists say that we, on an average, process one thought per second. That means 86,400 seconds a day, which means 86,400 thoughts a day. But since we spend some of the time sleeping, we process anywhere between 60 to 65,000 thoughts. 80% of those thoughts are repetitive, and 78% of our thoughts are negative. Now, what happens when our thoughts get negative? Whatever is stopping us from moving ahead, of course, that's we ourselves, we come in our own way, but a lot of time our thoughts and the feelings and the emotions that is linked with those thoughts comes as a barrier and obstacle in the way we progress ourselves and in the way we uncover our best version. So we are all our version number 2.0 or 3.0, and we are thinking about moving to the next best version of ours. And we all have choices. And they say every one of us, the one most negative emotion that most of us process is fear, fear of something, fear of that thing. And we are also very happy with our own comfort zone. And just outside the comfort zone is the fear zone. And most of us, because we have this fear, we stay back in our comfort zone. Now, here's another interesting part. Fear also has two meanings to it, or two choices to it. And everything depends on the way we look at fear. It could be either forget everything and run or face everything and rise. So the choice is ours. Yeah, during sleep also we get dream and thinking, yeah, but we are not able to list that down. So we are not calculating that, but definitely yes, 60 to 65,000 thoughts. So fear as well. So if you have to be unapologetically you, authentic, dare, fearless, Sheryl Sandberg asked the same question, you know? So please ask yourself, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And then go do it. So anything that is in your comfort zone and you are not wanting to go out of your comfort zone because of the fear element around it, Sheryl Sandberg says this is the best way to see yourself, how you can uncover or reprogram your thoughts. And even doing not too high goals for yourself, but having small mini steps, just being 1% better than yesterday. It's like being 1% better than yesterday in terms of patience, 1% better than yesterday from tolerance. You become 38 times better in that particular space in exactly 365 days of a year. Interesting, isn't it? So the mantra here is every day I become a WIP, work in progress. What happens if I don't become a WIP? I end up becoming an RIP. Rest in peace. So that's a WIP versus RIP. So with that, I am going to take, I see some more, the power of compounding effect. Absolutely. Mind travel faster than light. So we move to the next one of Eureka, which says evolving a growth mindset. I have a very interesting story to share with all of you. Now, this is the story of the Sea of Galilee and the Dead Sea. Now, if you ideally know that both of these are rivers in nature and their source of water comes from the river of Jordan. And that's just one source, right? Both of the waters are coming from river of Jordan. Now, both of them are geographically located in the same place in Jordan, Palestine. So now here is the question. Now, as the name Dead Sea, Dead Sea is known for the fact that not even a single microorganism grows there. Whereas in the Sea of Galilee, it's considered to be most thriving flora, fauna, and aquatic marine life. Now, I have this question for each one of you. If they both are getting the waters from the same river, and they both are in the same geographical location. They are rivers actually, but just that they have named as the Sea of Galilee and Dead Sea, but they are rivers and geographically in the same location. What makes Dead Sea dead, and what makes Sea of Galilee thriving? I'm looking into the chat box to see somebody giving me an interesting piece of information. Like a little while, I heard social harmony. Okay, Dead Sea due to high salinity. Rajesh, you are partly right. So why does Dead Sea have so much of salinity or salt? Life is missing. Yeah, Dead Sea mein life is missing. Why? What about the environment? Give me understanding. What about the environment could be going wrong with Dead Sea, and what's going right for Sea of Galilee? It's not where it starts, it's where it ends. Water flow and active in nature. Okay, there I know. Okay, here's a fact. So Dead Sea is a stagnant sea. It's landlocked, and because of that, it stagnates. And the salt content in the water keeps rising, and that's how salinity comes in. So one very beautiful role or behavior that the universe actually shares is that Dead Sea is always considered as a fixed mindset for humans, and Sea of Galilee, which has the most, it's a flowing river, right? Because of its flowing nature, it's considered to be of the growth mindset. So Dead Sea, like a fixed mindset, Sea of Galilee, like the growth mindset. So very important to ask that whether we operate on a daily basis from a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, because attitude matters a lot. And that's why we say, the ore versus the bed model. If you're someone who uses the ore, which is the ownership, accountability, and responsibility, uh, is always considered to be a victor. But people who do not operate from OR, we also call OR as the growth mindset. We also call OR as the WIP, work in progress. We also call people who use ownership, accountability, and responsibility as successful people who show and drive results. And we have people who say that bring it on and you can see how I can deal and manage with it. Whereas people who operate from below the line, they're always like, okay, my life is not the way it is because someone made this mess for me. So the blame game. Not my fault, not my job. Having umpteen number of excuses and always in a denial mode, not my responsibility. So here's somebody who plays a victim card or the fixed mindset. It's a limitation, it's below the line. And I tell that it's if you're on the bed, you are typically rest in peace. If you're in the or, it's momentum because or is momentum in physics and bed is inertia in physics. So it's WIP versus RIP. And the bed people always have umpteen reasons of why they became unsuccessful. So, good question to ask yourself, where do I operate the most out? Do I say it's not my fault, it's because of you, I don't need to learn, I know it all? And how do I challenge my status quo to moving from the comfort zone to the growth zone? क्योंकि comfort zone के बाहर fear zone है. And we all know what Hrithik Roshan says, डर के आगे Yeah, you know how to complete that sentence. डर के आगे क्या है? So fear zone, and then there's a learning zone, and then the growth zone. So we always say comfort zone is the most beautiful place in this world, but no magic ever happen in the comfort zone. It only happens in the growth zone, and it's outside the comfort zone in the effort zone, where you look at your fear, overcome that, and learn around it, and then move to your growth zone. So adopting a growth mindset, asking yourself, how do I learn from my mistakes? Can I improve? These are positive affirmations that you give to yourself. So we have almost the second last one of Eureka, which is K. Know where you want to be. So again, I would ask every one of you to take your pen and paper, and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you two sets of questions, and two choices in each of the questions. So there are 7 questions in each. Write down what you choose. Okay. So I'm just going to give you 10 seconds to just pick up your paper pencil and feel the buzz. So the first question, so you out of the two choices in each question, just mark one for yourself. Okay. It is white or black. Choose what you choose, white or black. Write it down in a pen or paper. The second one, orange or apple. Make your choice. You can't go back later. Up or down, pink or green, silk or cotton. I can see Lakshmi and I can see Aparna. Aparna is making a mental note, I guess. Wheel or motor, national or international. Voila. Now I'm going to share the right answers to you. So be honest and tell me how much did you score from, out of 7. Okay. All ready? Okay. So here we go with the answer. In white or black, white is the right answer. Ta-da! Put yourself a tick if your answer is right or a cross if it's wrong. In apple or orange, it's orange. So all those apple lovers, down to you. Negative score. Okay, up in the air or down to the earth. Up is right one. Pink or green, it's a green color. So the pink ones, pinkies, nah, no luck this time. Silk or cotton? Yes, cotton. Apna wala, cotton. Nah. Wheel or motor, it's the wheel. National or international? Hey, I'm going to make you feel sad. It's not going international, it's national. Now, anybody who's got a 7 on 7 right? Come on. Like girls, boys, pick up onto your chat box and say, oh, 5 on 7. I see a 5 on 7. Yay. Only one wrong, me. Oh, we have Sachin says, I got 7 on 7. Yashasvi saying 7 on 7. Now, the girls, Sachin and Yashasvi and Murtuza, quickly tell me what is this that I was talking about? What is white, orange, up in the air, green, cotton, wheel, national? Come on. Let me see who can figure it out quickly. Ta-da! Come on. Even the rest of you can answer. ये क्या item है? Indian flag. Absolutely true. I know Yashasvi says no idea. Honestly, I just chose what I love. So that's true. And I just exactly wanted to prove home a point. This is indeed the Indian national flag. Now, many a times we do not know where we want to go in our life. And many a time our actions are may or may not be towards what we want in our life. So when you know the purpose, you can make the right decision about your action. So if I would have told you right away, girls and boys, I'm talking about national flag, everyone would have got a 7 on 7. So I just wanted to tell you, okay, you need to know where you want to go and see if your actions are taking you towards your goal or taking you away from your goal. Unapologetically you, बहुत मेहनत करनी है. Okay, cool. So share one trait that makes you unique as you. Share one trait in the chat box. So, what makes me unique is my infectious energy. That's unique to me. Come on, let me hear what is your one trait that makes you unique. Not the ones which your parents would have labeled you as, but the ones which really make you that you feel, wow, that's me. I have some responses. Oh, you're disciplined, self-awareness, calmness, patience. Ah, I love that. So many positive fighting attitude. Yeah, I love that. Positive fighting attitude. I want to fight, but I'm positively fighting. Wow, Supriya. Smile and ability to motivate others. I think better. Resilience. Motivational speaker, never giving up. Oh, I'm optimistic in life. Awesome. And I think that's a hug emoji. Resilience. Lovely. Yeah, cool. So that means this is also your personal brand, right? Now, in your organization, as you move as leaders, as into the next level of your hierarchy, very interesting things. We always feel that performance counts the best while you move ahead in your career. Now, here's some statistics for you. So we have something which is called as the pie, which is the performance, the image, and exposure. So as we move in through as leaders in our space, performance is important, but look at that, performance is just 10%. I, which is about the image that you have created in the organization, it's an entire 30%. And look at the exposure. We've never even bothered about it, isn't it? We never checked about the exposure. So what is image and what is exposure? So image is your reputation, credibility, style. It's like how colleagues describe your leadership style. What do you want to be known for in your own workplace? A positive image, and what kind of trust and credibility you built in your interactions, or the aspect of your communication or presence. And exposure, that's visibility. How visible are you? 60% of it is visible. So, people who are looking for new opportunities or looking for things that can happen or can make your career move to the next level, please remember today it's not important how many people you know, it's more important how many people know you. How do they know what kind of value do you add or bring to the table? What are you good at? Are you see no it's like out of sight out of mind, or do you have this brand recall, like, okay, we have Lakshmi here and she is really good with she's aced it up, so there's an opportunity coming, there's an event coming, and we are roping Lakshmi right there because she has been visible there and shown it and done that. So that's a beautiful thing for you to move on and check for yourself. Where am I with my pie today? Of course, I am a leader because my performance has been really good. And how about my image and my exposure? Where do I stand today? Because exposure is 60% and image is 30%, 90% of you. Are you visible? So, how you see yourself and how others see you actually makes your personal brand. And so, quickly checking on you, what kind of a personal brand are you? So your personal brand is something we call it as A, B, C, D, E. And now what's A? A is that how do you appear, your attitude. B is your behavior. So during times when everything is going on really good, you are in your best behavior. But what if times and situations are not in your favor? What kind of behavior do you have? And that's the real test of your character at that point in time. And see, communication, the way your body language, the way you use your tone. It's not what you say, but how you say makes all the difference, including the choice of your words. How do you come across as a person when it comes to communication? Are you being effective and are you able to meet the other person at their map of the world? And the fourth one, which is D, it's your digital footprint. Today, in today's time, everybody either hooked on the LinkedIn or maybe the Instagram or Facebook. People perceive you basis what you portray on these platforms. So, are you portraying yourself in the right way that you want to be perceived by others? And what is that you can work on? And last but not least, it's about how you display your emotions at the workplace and everywhere else. So, do you blow your top very fast? Are you someone who is able to empathize with others? Are you motivated enough to motivate your team? A lot many of the ways of your emotions comes to play on a regular basis, and people finally decide this is you, this is your personal brand. It's like when Ratan Tata comes to your mind, what comes in our mind immediately? Trust, charity. If Sadhguru comes in your mind, What comes in your mind immediately? Sadhguru? Anybody Sadhguru? What comes in your mind? Peace. Okay, now let me take another brand. Rakhi Sawant. What comes in your mind if Rakhi Sawant is there? What brand is she? Funny? Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, look at that emotions. People are like, literally the emotions are all over the place. हाँ दिख गया emotions case. And drama queen, TRP, nutty, full of tantrums. Lovely. कहाँ हम trust and charity में peace में आ गए थे और कहाँ से क्या क्या निकले ड्रामा क्वीन से लेके नॉटी से लेके lovely. So that's about your personal brand, how you portray yourself in every aspect, and how people think about or perceive you basis your portrayal. So next time, if you want, talk about your attitude, the way you come across as a professional, your appearance, how much effort have you put into dressing up, looking good, being presentable, your behavior, irrespective of what the situation is. Then the communication, your digital footprint, and emotional intelligence. A, B, C, D. So we move on to the next bit. One of the last bits, which is of Eureka, which says, adaptability. Now, there's a very important part here. Now, if you look at the character here in the screen, that's a girgit, chameleon. What does a chameleon do? रंग बदलता नहीं रंग बदलने से ज्यादा there's one more thing that the girgit does blends in with the ecosystem, right? Now one of the most important thing and unapologetically you is yeah camouflage adapt to the environment. Absolutely. One of the most important thing as unapologetically you is to learn how to remember that one of the most element that we forgot about ourselves was apart from you who's the most important person in your life at a given point in time. At any given point in time, apart from you, the most important person in your life is a person who is in front of you. Any given point in time, that could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be your stakeholder, it could be your client, whoever is there. So I this is important to understand. Adaptability is am I able to adapt my style or my space according to the person who is in front of me. There's a very interesting story of the bridge called as Choluteca, and I'm sure most of you would have heard about the story. It's happened in Central America. Honduras is famous for its storms and floods, and it has a lot of lost property, lost lives, and lot of lost livestock. It so happened in the year 1998, all of these engineering engineers came together to say that we need to bring the Choluteca River, a beautiful bridge which does not get broken or it is able to withstand the Choluteca River. So they built an engineering marvel which was called as the Choluteca Bridge, and it was world renowned, known as the Choluteca Bridge and engineering marvel. Now, in the year 1999, Hurricane Mitch attacks. And when Hurricane Mitch attacks, 7,500 people lose their lives. A lot of livestock and infrastructure goes out. One thing that remained, or the comedy or the tragedy, you could say, is that Choluteca Bridge, nothing happened to it. But one of the most important lessons this gave in was more than strength, it is adaptability. If you can see actually in the picture here, the water or the river which was flowing under the bridge post the hurricane, post the floods, started flowing from aside the bridge. Now the bridge suddenly became a bridge to nowhere. So the strong bridge withstood the weather, but it did not know how to be adaptable. So sometimes, isn't it funny? Can you see how the river is flowing aside from the bridge? Now the bridge has become a bridge to nowhere, right? So adaptability is one of the most important element. So with that, we come to Eureka. E stands for eliminate your SLBs. U stands for uncovering your best version. R stands for how you can reprogram your thoughts. E stands for evolving a growth mindset. K stands for knowing where you want to be in your life, a goalpost. And finally, adaptability is the key. So here I give you exactly 6 principles for staying unapologetically true to yourself with your pie, with your personal brand A, B, C, D, E, or with your personal wheel of life, or everything that is how to address your self-limiting beliefs, how to work from the comfort zone to the growth zone. All of this is something that I leave you today with. And so, with that, I am expecting everyone to share one small commitment and why it matters to you. From all that we did in those last six principles, where and what do you think is that one thing that you definitely want to just finish off with this session right now and then say, oh, yes, I'm going to work on this, or this is my aha moment? Come on, I'm super excited to see everyone in the chat box. What's your main takeaway there? Oh, I see Viraj says health. And I'm hoping that's physical health, or is that mental or emotional health? So Vignesh says staying consistent. Lakshmi says taking care of myself. Awesome. Vaishali, I have what's that? Physical health. Good. Health again, personal development and physical health. Physical health. I see a lot of you working on that space. Very nice. Lovely. Thank you so much for your lovely responses. And I'm going to give you chocolates to all the ones who have it's a virtual chocolate. So here we go. I try and see if I can enter. Yes, I have given you those virtual chocolates. That's the best that I could do from here. Sending across virtual chocolates for you. Yes, Pankaj says personal branding, amazing. Also, you see your pie framework. You could see your Ikigai framework. What works for you best? Love yourself. Nice. Thank you, Yashasvi. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm going to give a cake for all the ones who are yet to respond so that they are attracted by the cake and they say, okay, I'm going to give a, I'm going to put something as a one commitment. Are you saying I don't want to commit anything? Come on. WIP or RIP, decide. If you don't commit, it's a WIP. If you don't commit, it's an RIP. If you commit, it's a WIP. Let me see how many of you are in WIP, work in progress. So thank you. Thank you so very much. That's a reminder. And even one more reminder. You are awesome. I just love you all. Thank you so much. And something that you should never forget, celebrate yourself. So celebrate, take out the time to celebrate yourself. And a big thank you from my side. You guys have been very awesome. Thank you, Vaishali. That's really sweet of you. Good beginning of you with this amazing session. Thank you. I am open to question answers and I'm going to give the space to thank you so much, Vignesh and Dilnaz and Heyman. I'm going to give the space back to Lakshmi and Aparna. And thank you, Aparna and Lakshmi, for having me on board. Really means a lot. And everybody, bingo, unapologetically you, go ahead and conquer the world and conquer your world. Be the world for someone and for yourself. Thank you.
Yes, so if you have any question answers, please share here.
Okay, if you want to give answers also, you can give questions also, you can ask.
Uh, are there any questions? Because I'm sharing the screen, so I cannot see.
Um, Not yet. I can see just thank you notes, great insights. Thank you notes. Thank you. I see everybody saying a thank you. They're saying, come on, it's a Saturday evening. Let's come back with my.
No questions.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
questions. Oh, Sanjula says you made my Saturday evening. Oh, bingo. I hope the rest of the evening to be even more wonderful. Thank you.
I would request all participants to please share your feedback. That will really help us, and we look forward to your feedback and thoughts.
You want to put that screen where the feedback, the thing, or it's on the.
That's what I'm checking.
Okay, so Viraj is asking a question. Is there any online tool template where I can keep seeing my progress? So there are some productivity apps where you can, but the most one I have seen is to Make something for yourself in the Excel sheet with different color codes, like have I been consistent with my exercise today? Have I read 15 pages of a book today? Have certain parameters exclusively for you customize and then give it color code and keep entering that on a daily basis towards the end of the day and see what have you accomplished and achieved. That's one very productive way to see where you are and how you are. See if you can design that for yourself. Engineers, PMI folks are amazing and intelligent there. So I'm sure you can create one and share one with me too. Thank you.
Uh, you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes. Yeah.
but we are
Yeah.
able to see without the code. You want to share the code or how's it?
Yeah, I think we'll be sharing it as a last slide. So
Okay.
I would request Aparna to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Ah, CG, that was a great, amazing session. I'm still not out of my thought process, the changes I need to learn. I mean, there are many points I would like to rework on, like regular audit check of our life and realign our life cycle. You need to love yourself. Yeah, that's the most important thing. I mean, and there are many, but my favorite few are two are reprogram your thoughts and evolve growth mindset. And I'm going to work on it. Uh, and I mean, I'm speechless. I don't know how to. Thanks a lot, CG. It was an amazing session. And last but not least, again the QR code for the Manthan members, participants. Please do register. It's going to be a great event. The theme is also trendy. And this is thank you our team, WEC team, MC Lakshmi, WEC Aparna Kulkarni, Reshma, Renu, and our technical support. Amod Pusalkar, our VP IT, and our office staff, Sunil and Tushar. So thanks to the team, and once again, CG, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. So, Aparna, Sanjula is asking to share the month and QR code again.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Yep. Okay. And thank you all the participants for being such a lovely audience. Have a great weekend. Good night.
So the PDU will be
Yeah, PDO will be auto credited into your account, provided you have given the right PMI ID, and it will take few days. So we would request all of you to be patient with it. Okay.
thank you, Siji, from
Yeah.
all of us. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you so much for having me around.
And please do not forget to give your feedback. The links have been shared with you. Okay. Bye. Good night.